along with
Michelle de Almeida.
the Joint General Secretaries of IPMSBSF, welcome you all for the jubileous inauguration ceremony of RX Igneus. Before we kickstart this event, we kindly request everyone to mute their microphones. You can unmute yourself when you wish to speak. Please turn your phone on silent mode to avoid any distractions. We are also going live with this event on the YouTube. A lot of attendees are joining us there.
The Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Maharashtra State Branch, Students Forum, one of the chief segments of the Indian Pharmaceutical Association, has been the go-to platform for pharmacy students in the state of Maharashtra for decades. Under the auspices of the student-run organization, various budding pharmacists have united to harmonize their energies for exploring the boundless avenues of the pharmaceutical sphere. All the diverse facets of the pharmaceutical arena, be it academia, industry, community and hospital pharmacy, management, and public health, are emphasized by the conglomerate. Annually, a colossal number of students partake in the events arranged by the IPMSPSF. Owing to the perpetual support and reinforcement from its associated colleges, the Indian pharmaceutical industry, and the Indian Pharmaceutical Association, the IPMSPSF continually prevails in standing victorious against all odds to dignify the pharmacy profession.
The past 2 years have indeed been tough on the human race. Now that we find ourselves overcoming this situation, it's time to head towards a new belief, a vision towards our Udbhav. One of the many secrets of the universe that our instincts are sometimes stronger than our minds, and if followed, lead us towards excelsior or greater glory. Because there's a spark in all of us which lights up our curiosity and turns us into a vigorous fire. Once ignited, it cannot be easily put out. In order to light up the world, we have come together, united our ideas, beliefs, and purposes. Let us kindle the spark present in each one of us since our inception. The theme for this year is RX Igneus, where execution kindles change. Now, let's have a look at the theme video of RX Igneus. Next, we have a video on the sponsors of RX Igneus.
We take immense pleasure in welcoming our chief guest, Dr. Sharmila Banerjee, for the inauguration ceremony of RX Igneus. Dr. Sharmila Banerjee is currently the project head of the Radiological Research Unit in the Advanced Center for Teaching, Research and Education in Cancer, Tata Memorial Center. She has been heading the Radiation Medicine Center and the Medical Cyclotron Facility, BARC, Mumbai. She was the Deputy Chief Executive of the Board of Radiation and Isotope Technology and headed all the regional centers of DRIT in India. She is a senior professor at Homi Bhabha National Institute, TAE, Mumbai. Her research area focuses on the development of diagnostic and therapeutic radiopharmaceuticals and their clinical translation. I now request Dr. N. Siva Prasad, President of IPAMSB, to felicitate our chief guest for today, Dr. Sharmila Banerjee.
Dear Dr. Sharmila Banerjee, we are very glad that you are here and you in a short notice you have accepted to be the chief guest of today's function. Kindly, I request you to accept our token of appreciation. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Shiva Prasad. I'm really glad to be here today with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Sharmila ma'am to share her thoughts.
Am I visible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So good morning to all of you. Thank you for a very kind and generous introduction. Thanks also to Dr. N. Shiva Prasad, President IPAMSB, and Dr. Anand Shedge, Vice President IPMSB, for inviting me at this August gathering of Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Maharashtra State Branch Students Forum. I am indeed happy to be a part of this program. As I understand that this is a pharmacy students forum and it connects pharmacy students at national level under the Indian Pharmaceutical Association. I will try to restrict my address to the issues connected with our pharmacy students. As you all know, pharmacy is a subject where one has to study so many varied topics, and it is indeed multidisciplinary in nature, starting from human anatomy, physiology, different branches of chemistry, bioengineering, physics, analytical methods, instrumentation, quality control, regulatory aspects, to the most recent areas of bioinformatics and application of artificial intelligence. One has to go through almost the entire gamut of disciplines associated with drug development and delivery. The importance of pharmacy education cannot be overemphasized. During the last 2 years, the worldwide pandemic has affected the entire world population in all aspects of life, be it economy of countries, be it education, be it travel, industry, commerce, individual livelihood. There is not a single area of human lives where it has not cast its spell. There are families which have been devastated. If one ponders over it, the savior in this situation were medical professionals, nurses, pharmaceutical companies, vaccine manufacturers, pharmacists. In fact, the entire value chain of medicines and professionals associated with it. The pharmacists are an integral part of the value chain. Now, before coming to today's event, I was thinking to myself as to how I can emphasize the importance of pharmacists in today's modern world. However, I realized that none of us have to go very far to think about this. I again go back to the COVID pandemic situation. Since the last 2 years, the entire world has been and is still being ravaged by the COVID-19 pandemic. Anthony Fauci, the chief medical advisor to the Biden administration, has hinted that this is probably going to be an endemic, that is a never-ending pandemic. Along with him, Director of CDC, that is Centers for Disease Control and Prevention USA, Rochelle Walensky, said that this is that the virulence of COVID will decrease over a period of time and the level of surges could be treated the same way as we do with the current influenza virus. But before we think about the future, we must ask ourselves, how did we reach this stage? Since many of you present here are students studying pharmacy, I'm sure you all will have been following the story. This aligns very much in spirit with what this ceremony is all about. That is, fundamental research in medicine and development of potentially life-saving drugs. By the work of thousands of researchers, for the first time, a new state-of-the-art mRNA-based vaccine method was used to create the COVID vaccine. The mRNA vaccines do not use the live virus, as you all know, and cannot cause infection with the virus that causes COVID-19 or other viruses. This was the first time we saw a large-scale practical use of research that came into fruition. The history of mRNA traces back to the early 1960s. Back then, few researchers were thinking about mRNA as a medical product. It was also difficult to manufacture the genetic material in a laboratory. However, in the late 1987, Robert Malone performed a landmark experiment. He mixed strands of messenger RNA with droplets of fat to create a kind of a molecular stew. Human cells put in this genetic fusion absorbed the mRNA and began producing proteins from it. The idea of creating vaccines from it came much later. Surprisingly, the mRNA vaccine idea had a more favorable reception in the field of oncology, though as a therapeutic agent, rather than to prevent a disease. Eli Gilboa and his colleagues from the Duke University Medical Center in Durham demonstrated this in mice by proposing taking immune cells from the blood and coaxing them to take up synthetic mRNA that encoded tumor proteins. There are many obstacles on the way, but the story elucidates the way that many scientific discoveries became life-changing innovations. And that is one of the main themes behind today's event. I consider myself fortunate to be associated with a special branch of pharmaceutical research and development, namely the field of radiopharmaceutical research and their applications in nuclear medicine. A host of such radiopharmaceuticals have been developed by my group in Radiopharmaceuticals Division and thereafter in Radiation Medicine Center of BRC. These radiopharmaceutical products have been used in patients, particularly for the diagnosis and the treatment of various types of cancer. In this connection, I'm very happy to share with you that some of these radiopharmaceuticals developed by my group have used radioisotopes which have been indigenously sourced from our Indian reactors and our medical cyclotrons, and they have served as import substitutes. This has reduced the cost of treatment by several folds and has made the treatment options affordable for a large Indian population. To conclude, I would like to say that in the 20th century, the soft power of many first world countries was estimated by their economic power. But coming back to the story of what we have seen in the past 2 years, it is evident that even one pandemic can completely turn the situation upside down. Coming from India, we have many strengths in manufacturing pharmaceuticals. There are many Indian companies which are producing life-saving drugs and exporting them to other countries, including the developed first world countries. In this sense, India, with its immense potential, can be the pharmacy of the world. I hope that I have been able to convince you that pharmaceutical research and manufacturing play an important role in contributing to the country's prosperity. All of you justifiably must feel proud of your background and education. What a noble profession you have chosen. I hope that initiatives like this event will be cornerstones for further progress. I wish you all the very best for your sessions and the very best for a grand success of RX 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, I consider it a privilege to be a part of your program, and thank you once again for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening words.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Krishna Iyer, in charge principal of Bombay College of Pharmacy. He has pursued his bachelor's and master's in pharmacy from Mumbai University and PhD in pharmaceutical chemistry from University of Minnesota, USA. He has attended numerous conferences and won awards from esteemed organizations. Sir has collaborated for 3 years in fellowship for metabolic studies with Bristol Myers Squibb. Now, I request Dr. Anand Shedge, Vice President of IPMSB and mentor of IPMSB SF, to felicitate our guest of honor, Dr. Krishna Iyer.
Sir, please accept our token of appreciation.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, you are also traveling. You are traveling. I am at Raipur.
I told you, no, I was Pune.
Yeah. I also come for the conference at Raipur. Please accept our token of appreciation.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you much, sir. My pleasure. An honor.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Krishna Iyer to share his thoughts on this occasion.
Hi, good morning, everyone. And I'm extremely happy and elated that after a long gap of 2 years, we are actually going to have an event where all the kids are going to come together and hopefully have a couple of events offline if possible. In a sense, even though things are out of our control, I, on behalf of all the teachers of Mumbai University and Bombay College of Pharmacy, feel like apologizing to your class and your batches for not being able to teach you in the offline mode. Although the online mode was a necessary, evil that we had to do, we all realize that there is a big gap between online teaching and offline teaching. And in that sense, I feel that your batch, the present final year, and even the third years and second years are, have had a little bit of injustice done to them because of COVID. However, on the bright side, this COVID pandemic has opened the eyes of the world and especially India to the fact that pharmacists are an integral part of the healthcare system. And as far as I'm concerned, this is your chance as budding pharmacists to run with this newfound recognition that you have got, that people now know that there is something called a pharmacist, and how important they are in the well-being of the country and the well-being of the world. So I wish you all the very, very best, that all the events of RX go through very smoothly. And I'm so happy that, it has all come together so nicely. And I also wish all of you the very best for your future. And I hope that you will do as well as possible as per your skills and your innate intelligence to, in one way or the other, contribute to the health of the world. Okay. So wishing you all the best, and it's a pleasure to be here with all the students. I kind of miss the RX in a sense because Bombay College of Pharmacy used to be at the center of many of the events when we were in the offline mode. So now I only see a few people coming together for meetings, and maybe that's the only thing we'll get this year. So all the best, and I'm so happy for all of you, and may all the events go nicely and smoothly, and may the best people win. And thanks for all who are participating, and thanks again to IPA MSB and IPA Students Federation for having me here as part of this wonderful inaugural ceremony. Good luck, all the best. Jai Maharashtra, Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your inspiring and kind words.
Thank you, sir. Embarking on this RX journey wouldn't be possible without the dignitaries of IPMSB who act as pillars and role models of the organization. We would like to welcome our esteemed dignitaries. First, we have Dr. N. Siva Prasad, the President of IPMSB. Sir, I would like to request you to share your views on this auspicious occasion.
Thank you very much. I have some connection problem. I wholeheartedly welcome all of you for this RS festival to celebrate on this fine morning. I also give a special welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Sharmila Banerjee, and guest of honor, Dr. Krishna Iyer. I am very glad that Dr. Sharmila has agreed to be the chief guest here because she was my colleague and a friend in BRIT and BARC. And she is a very fine synthetic chemist and has contributed significantly to the radiopharmaceutical chemistry, as well as developed many radiopharmaceuticals. Some of them are being regularly produced by Board of Radiation and Isotope Technology. So we are honored by her presence, and we are equally honored by the presence of Dr. Krishna Iyer. Though he had to travel to Pune, still he is with us. I think he is in the train, but he still could attend this function, inaugural function. And again, we are honored by his presence because he is one of the hardcore researcher and a great teacher. And we are very proud that he is our principal of the Bombay College of Pharmacy. Indian Pharmaceutical Association Maharashtra branch is a very prominent branch of IPA. And I would like to give one announcement that this year, 2021-22, this branch is selected as Excellence Award by IPA. It is really a very happy news for us. And I also thank for that the effort put by our office bearers and the council members of IPMSB for getting this award. Definitely, IPMSB SF has a significant role played because they have organized several programs and particularly I was very much impressed by their posters. As always, I note that. And this year, I am again happy that there was one seminar or webinar on radiopharmaceutical, which is a very close to our heart, that subject. And for that, again, I could bring some Brit scientists and who spoke on that subject. IPMSB Maharashtra State Branch is one of the branch of IPA, and IPA is a very big organization with members of 25,000 members, and it is affiliated to very international organizations like WHO, then IFIA, FIP, Federation of International Federation of the Pharmacists, then Commonwealth Association of Pharmacists, and many other important organizations. And it plays an advisory role in any matter requiring an attention of government on the pharmacy field. And the main aim of IPMSB is to position the pharmacists so that they get the recognition by the society for the work they deserve and for their significant contribution they made to healthcare system. And in the IPMSB has got many units. Bombay College of Pharmacy itself is one of the units of IPA, and it is managed and run by IPMSB. And apart from that, we have got ACE, Academy of Clinical Excellence, where the clinical research courses are being conducted. And then we have MKR, that is MKR Drug Testing Laboratory, which provides the service to the industry and other academic institute in the area of pharmaceutical analysis services. And the NFRT, of course, NFRT is a national facility for research and training, which is a part of Bombay College of Pharmacy, but it is again supported by IPMSB. Then, of course, finally, RSBCP. RSBCP is the Research Society of Bombay College of Pharmacy, and which takes care of or manages the research projects, whereas the research projects are executed by the faculty of Bombay College of Pharmacy, but the research management is done by the RSBCP. Then the last unit is IPMSB SF, Students Forum. So that is one of the key unit of IPMSB, and IPMSB members are very proud of our Students Forum. Recently, I have got an opportunity to talk to Dr. T.V. Narayana, our national president of IPA, and he was of high praise about IPMSB Students Forum. And RS Festival, in spite of all the pandemic problems, you have all organized this function, and it is going on very well. And I have noticed it is a very well organized and also very meticulously done and very carefully planned. So I really am very happy about this festival. So with these words, I wish this RS Festival a very grand success. Thank you very much for inviting me to participate in this. It is my pleasure to be there with you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. Next, we would also like to welcome Dr. Anand Shedge, Vice President of IPMSB and mentor of IPMSB SF. We have Dr. Satish Shah, Vice President of IPMSB, Mr. Nitin Maniar, the Honorable Secretary of IPMSB, Mr. KG Gadevar, Honorable Joint Secretary of IPMSB, and Mr. Santosh Gudinde, Honorable Treasurer of IPMSB.
We would like to thank the office bearers of IPMSB for their immense support and guidance. The council members are Dr. Anubha Kade, Dr. M.S. Gadge, Mr. Rahul Lad, Mr. Suresh Kumar Chaudhary, Mr. Saheb Rao Salunke, Mr. Umesh Tiwari, Ms. Vidya Savakhande, Mr. Vijay Kumar Khadge, Mrs. Zareen Kheti. Divisional Chapter Chairpersons, Community Pharmacy, Mrs. Anita Bhishikar, Education, Dr. John D'Souza.
I'll have to click this. Do I have to click it?
The most jubilant moment is here. We have to bring the website of RX Igneus. We have created the website with a lot of love for all the participant colleges and our viewers. Hope you like it. I request the chief guest, guest of honor, and all the IPMSB dignitaries to share their thoughts about the RX website.
Hi, good morning. So I'll be visiting the website. And is there a place for putting comments on the website that we wish to? I have to put a place for that on the website.
Yes, sir.
So I
Yes,
will
sir,
do
yes,
that
sir.
by evening. Okay, let me take a look at the website and then I'll start presenting. And I'm pretty sure it will be a great one. Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
I
Thank you,
look
sir.
for look for all the updates of all the events and all. I presume. Okay. All the best. Congratulations, and let everything go glitch free, and I'm sure it will.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So I also extend my congratulations to you for making this website, and I will also give you a feedback after going through it, but extremely well done, and I wish you all the very best. I'm sure
Thank you
this
so
will
much,
serve
sir.
as a platform for sharing all the thoughts related to RX, and it will go very well. I will also give my feedback by evening.
Yes,
Pleasure
sir.
Thank
meeting you,
you.
ma'am. Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to the students. It is a very well organized and meticulously planned program. And the very purpose of creating this student forum is to create a platform where the young students can develop into a good leader for the future of the profession of pharmacy. And it also will give a platform for synergizing your all talents. That is what we are seeing in the RX. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for your kind words. We'll make sure that we stand up to the stage that we have created and the embark, and we reach the limit that we have set for ourselves. Thank you again.
We would also like to welcome Mr. Hemant Motor of IPMSB. I now request Mr. Praveen Tak, Chairperson of IPMSBSF for the year 2021-2022 to share his views.
Good morning to all. I would like to extend my gratitude to all the esteemed dignitaries and our audience for joining in and being a part of our inauguration ceremony of RX Igneus, where execution kindles change. I would especially like to thank our chief guest, Dr. Sharmila Banerjee ma'am, and our guest of honor, Sir, for gracing us with their presence and imparting their valuable thoughts. Throughout the year, the active spirit of IPMSBSF has been evident everywhere, right from organizing original events to build a fest as grand as RX. None of this would have been possible without the constant guidance and support of Dr. Anand Shedge, who is the Vice President of IPMSB and mentor of IPMSBSF, and Dr. N. Siva Prasad, the President of IPMSB. Thank you, sir. After an inauguration as stellar as this RX is bound to be exhilarating and gripping for everyone involved. RX Igneous is the spark we need to believe in ourselves. Once our ideas and beliefs are ignited, nothing can stop us from being successful. For all the colleges and participants of RX Igneous, we hope that the fire to be successful is burning within you too. Compete at your level best, show us your full capacity, execute with confidence because that is what brings change. IPMSDSF is thrilled to have you participate with us. Thank you. And without a further ado, let's kickstart the delightful saga of RX Igneous 2021-2022.
Thank you, Praveen. I would now like to call upon Ms. Pritika Patre, Vice Chairperson of IPMSBSF for the year 2021-2022 to convey the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Michelle. So, a very good morning to everyone. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. Yes, sir.
Kritika, just one
Yes,
minute.
sir.
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Aryan Gupta, Vice Chairperson of Hospital Division, IPS Center Body, has joined from Jharkhand. So, sir, on behalf of IPMSB Student Forum, I welcome you and thank you so much for that. You yesterday message that please send me a link and I want to join. So, once again, sir, thank you so much for joining and welcome for this program. Please go through the website.
Thank you, sir.
And,
thank you.
And please attend some program also, maybe tomorrow also we have 3 days program. And please suggest some things that we can improve in that matter. Thank you so much once again, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I congratulate the students for creating this website. This is very much interesting. After that, I will go through the website.
Okay, sir.
So, congratulations to President Dr. Siva Prasad and all committee members for getting Best Excellence Branch Award in this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you,
And
sir.
congratulations to this student team. They are arranging so much function. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
I
Thank
will
you, sir.
visit
Welcome,
the
sir.
Bombay
Welcome,
in
sir.
Inauguration Award building. Then we will meet. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Ritika,
Gupta,
please
sir.
continue.
Yes, sir.
Ritika, please continue. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So it's my privilege to be proposing the vote of thanks today. So on behalf of IPMSDSF, I'd like to thank our chief guest, Dr. Sharmila Banerjee, for being such an illuminating presence today. I'd also like to thank our guest of honor, Dr. Krishna Iyer, for joining us and adding prestige to the ceremony. I'd like to thank the dignitaries from IPMSB who constantly support us and avidly encourage us to implement our ideas. I'd like to thank Dr. Anand Chedge, Vice President of IPMSB and mentor of IPMSB SF, for being a wonderful guide and support. This year has been great under his guidance, and we are sure that IPMSB SF will keep soaring in the coming years. I'd like to thank all the members of IPMSB SF for an event of this magnitude requires teamwork, courage, and vision that all the members have successfully portrayed. I'd also like to thank all the colleges associated with us for joining us in yet another RX with passion and enthusiasm. I'd like to extend my gratitude to the student base of participants and spectators who inspire us to do better with each event. I would like to thank all those who have joined us for the inauguration ceremony of RX Igneus. Such an auspicious start to our fest has surely given us a head start, and we are now ready to begin with RX Igneus. We hope you enjoy the coming days, for we have a lot planned for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pritika.
So are we all going to turn on our cameras for a photo?
Yes, sir.
I have. So.
I request everyone to please turn on the cameras for a photo. Thank you, everyone. We have taken the screenshot, the photograph of everyone. You can turn off your videos
Thank you.
if you wish to.
Thank you. बैठो ना मैं अकेला
We thank our audience for being an active part of this inauguration ceremony. We hope that you all will enjoy these 3 days of RX and stay connected with us in future. Let's begin with RX Igneus.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And compliments for organizing it so meticulously.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining.
Yeah.
can I leave now, please?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Thank
Thank
you
you
so much,
very
sir.
much. Thank you. Thank you.
So much.
All the best.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
सिक्नो क्या तुम वेट ने अच्छा क्या तुमने कर रहे हो किसी कैसा साफ करो